You know, I just got lost in thought, and it wasn't familiar territory. Oh, you're going to be seeing Lucky 7 soon. But today, right now, I want you to see Williams, the STRIKEMASTER. This is the next to the last shuffle alley Williams made. They made a boatload of these between 91 and 94. And they had one more game put into production after that called League Champ. But they made like just a few of them. And in 96, the doors closed. Bang! And that was the end of shuffle alleys. But our customer who's getting this one, I think, is going to be quite pleased. Well, we've repainted the cabinet, as you can see. Nice high gloss black all over. We have the black and chrome T-molding from tmolding.com. See, this beautiful gold.
You did it again.
Gold. This beautiful chrome T-molding. Hey, look. Also, rubbers. And the plate here, that's from Pinball Resource. The rubber is from, let's see, who does the rubber? Competitive Products. And you can also get it from Mad Amusements. And this is one of the unique machines because STRIKEMASTER is the first machine.
Ooh, STRIKEMASTER!
There she is. That's her. Or is that which one is that one? Okay. This is a dot matrix display that you could see here. Only one other shuffle alley used that, and that is League Champ. They had this in production from 91 to 94. And then from 95 and 96, they made some League Champs, but very few were made. And that's when Williams closed the doors in 96 on the Shuffle Alley division. We have seen virtually no League Champs pass through here, so I'm going to guess they made very few. But 3 years in this, see, most Shuffle Alleys were in production for 1 year, then they moved on to the next model, but the demand had really dropped off. We like the fact that in this machine, you can get in here, put that up from the top. Now, some people prefer the drawer that slides out. Yes, you can still slide this whole affair out, but you have to take screws out to move it out. But what makes it nice when the works are up here, it's quicker service, there's less to do. You can get to almost every pin easily. You can obviously get to these 6 pins very easily, and these here if you slide the table out just a little bit. So yes, it is easier to service this board. Isn't it neat? It can do animation just like the Brunswick Zone does with their TV screens. We have new fluorescent bulbs, and obviously we had to change those in the starters. That board was all taken out. We did take the whole pin section out. We actually clean it with simple green and a toothbrush. You scrub and clean all that crud off so it looks beautiful again. Because in some murky bar someplace, they get muddy. That's what happens. LEDs here. The LEDs are less likely to cause the connections to burn inside. There's virtually no power going through it. I suspect that they'll have little or no trouble with this machine other than that lithium battery right there. There it is. Plugs right in. We recommend these. Some people say, oh, you could put 3 AA size lithiums in. Yes, it'll work great. How long will that work out? It won't work out long because sooner or later they will go dead and they'll put them in AA alkalines, which will leak. We're thinking about 10 and 15 years from now, when you guys, some of the younger people, are doing the repairs on these. When I've retired, and I'm not, you don't want to have a board that's been ruined. This beautiful board is very, very efficient. It rarely goes bad. Probably 90% of all failures on Williams logic board on the PC system is leaky batteries. The next thing, the next biggest issue is that chip right there. That's the switch line chip. We put every one we get in here in a socket. That means the homeowner down the road, when he is making a repair inside his machine with the power on, and the big long screwdriver shorts out from the switch to a light bulb socket or a coil, poof, that switch goes. That switch chip goes. So we put it in a socket. So for a few bucks, the customer can change the chip himself. He doesn't even need a service call. We've shipped that chip out to probably, I'm going to say, a dozen customers over the years that have done their little repairs all over the country, actually. And they fix it themselves. And then they've learned their lesson. Never put your hand in a machine with the power on. I can do anything I want. Anyway, solder all over the boards. You know I've reheated all these connectors. They're all ice cold. We have our bridges. The bridges here. They are the heart and soul of the driver board. And Pinball Resource has long leg bridges. You can probably pick some up 35 amp, but you want really long legs so they can sit up high off the board, so let more air get around them. Runs cooler. We've also rebuilt the high voltage unit with new capacitors and resistors. That board is probably fixed for life now. Well, gosh, we're hoping, aren't we? Aren't we, Frank? We're hoping, yeah, we're hoping. We're hoping we don't hear from this customer again until he wants to trade in. Actually, I think that's what's going to happen. This is a trade-in. Yes, it is. I keep forgetting. This is going out with an MDA Showtime. You're going to see in another video. We topped everything off with a brand new dot matrix display. They ain't cheap anymore. When I got in the business, they were $100 each. Now they're $169 to buy a new one. They ain't cheap, but it's a beautiful way to end a machine, a brand new display. And I think our customer is going to be so happy with this machine. Let's load in a program. We've set the program up for flash. I have the volume. See how that puck. Plus, we have no sand on this. This field is nice and fast because we've cleverly purchased a can of silicone. What you do, you buy this on WD-40. It's not WD-40, but it's WD-40 brand, or anybody's brand, silicone lubricant. You squirt it on your, make sure there's no sand on it, squirt it on the playfield, rub it all over the playfield with an old t-shirt or rag, and walk away from the machine and let it dry. And then do a quick wipe off after maybe 15-20 minutes, and then you sprinkle your sand in. You are never going to play a game in a field faster than that. Now, I've had other people using a pinch lemon pledge or Behold furniture polish. That'll also put some wax on it too, you can. But you really need to put the sand in. Sand escapes through these holes right here and into a metal pan below the machine. When your can of wax is empty, as a matter of fact, we're getting our customer's box ready. Customer buying the machine always gets a new can of wax, a solder pencil and solder, silver solder, I might add, and bulbs and fuses. So he can do pretty much anything that goes wrong down the road in his house. But when that can is empty, you take the pan out and pour it into another shaker can that has a top you can take off that has little holes in it, and you can reuse the whole can. You don't have to buy any more. Just keep reusing it. It saves you it saves you some dough. And lastly, Frank, let's go back here. Here, this is the only thing I don't like. The last 4 machines, the 2 dot matrix and then 2 games before the shuffle in, and I think it's top, well, have this interconnect board, which I do not like because every single interconnect board has ice cold connections on it. It's more stuff to reheat. The original games before this, they were all plugs. Simple. Doesn't go bad. No extra fuss, but no. Let's put another board in this machine. So this is the only thing I don't approve of, but I have no say in the matter. As a matter of fact, I should call Williams up and start screaming. That's what I should do. I never even looked at the serial number.
It's probably been replated.
Replated serial number? 930731. Hard to say how many they made. Gosh, it really is. I don't know, maybe 3,000, 5,000. Don't know if there's any numbers on these, if anybody ever researched that. But, Frank, I think we're done. What? Look what's coming. Grand Lizard. Steel of Kings. That's the MBA the customer ordered. That says we're going to do that. We've got a Centipede overhaul and Asteroids. Lucky 7. Spider Poops. Time Warp. A Millipede. Buck Rogers. Oh, the games are flying out of here. See you soon.